following stream contains explicit content, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why does Speedo talk make me so uncomfortable?
On to your butts.
He's a man-thong enthusiast.
You will not ever in your lives see a man more charismatic, more flamboyant, or more talented.
Wowabunga!
A below average D, a D head, and above all, a D bag.
Dude is nasty. He's shaking his thong at me right now. It's really gross.
Who the F is JC? The world famous man-thong enthusiast.
Welcome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Who the F is JC TV, episode number 3. Supposed to have aired last week around this time, but I had some crazy technical issues with the computer that required a bunch of updates. I don't even really know exactly what I did to get it fixed, but I'm going to take you through a 45-minute to 60, maybe 90-minute adventure through my mind, what I think is entertaining, stuff I want to talk to you about, things going on in my life. We're all going to have an opportunity to get the community involved in the conversation. We have a new segment called Community Conversation. We're going to talk about embarrassing moments. So if you have an embarrassing moment you might want to talk about and you maybe want to share with everybody on the stream, make sure you join my Discord, discord.me/whothefisjc. I'll give you instructions once we get into the topic on how to get in there, how to get into the screening chat room for the voice chat. But yeah, we're going to talk about what's been going on in my life this past month. We're going to talk about some of the trials and tribulations of being a dad, which might come in handy for some of you guys. I know some of you guys are dealing with about to be a father or just became a father, which is a situation I've been in for the last 20 months or so. What else? I have some crazy fun ways to die. And then we're going to send you on your way and enjoy the weekend until we get into next week. So thank you for checking it out. Thank you for watching. This time we're going to talk about embarrassing stuff. So if you have I want to know embarrassing stuff like pooped your pants or, somehow a titty popped out in church, something like that. If you got a story to share, we want to hear from you on the Discord. And I feel like the cord in my earbud is making my head jerk. So there we go. A little more comfortable. But anyways, hey, let's get into it. You guys ready? Hold on to your butts because here we go. And May started off with a bang. My sugar mama took me on a trip. That's right. Sugar mama took stay-at-home dad on a trip to Orlando, Florida. And I got to go along with my wife on her work trip. So my little sugar mama work trip is what I started out this month going to. Saw some cool shit. We were at Universal Studios Orlando. And there you can see I'm standing right outside the billboard for Springfield. That's they have a whole little Simpsons area, a Simpsons village there. Very well done. Lots of cool show references. If you're a big Simpsons fan, I've loved the Simpsons forever. I've kind of fallen out of touch with them, after becoming an adult, but this show's been on for 30 years. But all through my adolescence, through high school, early college, Simpsons, 100%. So they have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool little references that maybe not everybody would catch while you're there. So if you ever have a chance to go and you're a Simpsons fan, you have to go to Universal Studios and check out the Simpsons area. So bam, there I am, Duff Man, hanging outside the Duff Brewery. They have a Duff Brewery set up. If you want to see a review of an actual Duff beer, check out my Instagram, instagram.com/whothefisjc. But there we are, outside Krusty Land. They have a carnival set up with carny games. Really cool, never before seen Simpsons prizes that you could win. Very, very cool. Outside Moe's Tavern. No clue who that lady is, unfortunately. Bad timing for her, so sorry, lady. You're on my Twitch stream now. Soon to be on my YouTube channel. Hanging out outside Moe's before we went in and got a Duff beer and a Duff Light. Hanging out with Millhouse. And I guess if you can see closely, somebody commented on the page. I've had these shorts for years, okay? I'm talking years. Maybe 5-6 years. And there's a hole in the crotch. And somebody actually zoomed in and saw the hole in the crotch and made a comment on the Instagram post. So thank you for letting me know. But hey, I'm in Florida. It's cheaper than air conditioning, okay? There I am with Jebediah Springfield. I'm telling you, the stuff that they have there is so cool. They got a cool alien ride where it's not the coolest ride, but it looks cool because it's the alien and you ride his arms and it's like a carousel or a merry-go-round or whatever you want to call it. There I am with Chief Wiggum having a donut, talking about the good old days back in Springfield. And there it is, the Flaming Moe. you could try Flaming Mo. Now, for me, the appeal of the Flaming Mo was it's been a drink that was talked about on the show forever, right? Yeah. So you try it there. You might be a little disappointed. Just keep in mind it's $8 for a glass of orange pop that they pour over like a little hidden compartment with dry ice. I believe that's what it is. There's dry ice in the bottom of this cup, and there's a bunch of holes in the top, and it screws in or it snaps in, and they fill it up with orange pop, and then it just makes the bubbles in the smoke. It was cool. I'm glad that I did it, but just know you're paying $8 for a plastic cup with a little bit of dry ice in the bottom, and then they're gonna pour some orange pop on there. Large Lad donuts. I did not try the Giant Simpsons donut. That's the one little regret I have, but keep in mind, I've been unemployed for over 6 months now, so I'm trying to keep my money straight, and I had to try a bunch of Harry Potter items later in the day. So I could not get the giant donut. I had to save my money for the butterbeer. And if you want to see my butterbeer review and my butterbeer ice cream review, Instagram is the place to go for that. And there we are with Barney. His beer mug is almost empty. But I mean, they have like the love tester in Moe's Tavern, and my wife is like a Casanova, apparently, according to that thing, and I'm just like a dead fish. So, but there's a lot of cool things to do there in the Simpsons world. And on top of the Simpsons world, they also have just a bunch of cool shit to do. So here's some of the cool shit that I did along with my wife when we were there. So outside the Transformers ride, like a 3D ride, which is very cool. Because there's so much stuff where you feel like you're like falling or you're on roller coasters, but it's all just fucking with your mind. It's all like it just messes with your senses, and your visuals and movement and stuff. So you're not really doing some of these crazy things, but it feels like it. So there we are outside the Transformers 3D ride. And now, because I was with my wife and they were there with iHeartRadio and Jay Towers' morning show, they get like fucking VIP to the extreme. So like we have like a tour guide that takes us to these rides. We don't have to wait in line. Like we can do whatever we want. They were taking us into these special areas where normal people can't go. Like the Men in Black ride. They took us down on the floor where like they have it set up like the actual customs, the alien customs area. I think I have a picture of that in here, but I'm not sure. There we go. Hanging outside Transformers with my sugar mama there. There. So this is the area. So in here, like this was really cool because you got to go in here and they have all these different workstations set up where the different Men in Black agents would be working, right? And then each one has a file. So, and each file has different aliens. So there was like an ET one, and there was one with one of the aliens from The Simpsons, and that kind of stuff. It was very cool to see some of these things that normal people didn't do. So there I am pretending like I have a job. I'm pretending like I'm at work. And then me and my sugar mama were hanging out with the aliens, laughing at all the people above us, all those people above us waiting in line. We didn't have to wait in line. And there we go. That's after taking the love tester, and I was proven to be not the best lover, but she stuck with me. And you can see a little bit of the Simpsons world behind us. There I am with Duff Man, and here I am sipping on a Harry Potter butterbeer, which, oh, like, if I would have known the snacks in Harry Potter were so good, I may have read some of the books. And there we go. There's that dragon breathing fire every 10 minutes. They tease you, though. They make you think, like, this dragon's about to breathe fire because they make a bunch of dragon sounds, and then nothing happens. And then people start to walk away. People start to leave, start to go do their own thing, you know. We stuck around. We got it on video. So that was how the month started. Now, I have to say, it's all downhill from here. Because after the trip, things really took a toll. Things got kind of bad for me. Because I've fucked up my toe in the worst way. Bam. If you don't want gruesome toe pics, close your eyes because you're going to get them. And if you do want them, make sure you drop some hype in the chat, or feel free to kick me some donations for your toe pick pleasure. So I was roughhousing with my son, and like kind of doing like fake wrestling moves, you know. And he likes to get pushed up, like he wants to grab you and push him up. And I'm too scared. I won't throw him, you know. Too scared to throw him. I'm scared. So I'll take him and I'll toss him on the couch. So we were doing that for a little bit, and I'm tired now. We've been doing it enough. Like, that's why my traps are looking so on fleek right now. My traps are looking so tight because I keep lifting up my baby and keep lifting up my kid. I'm doing these workouts, right? So I go to throw him on the couch. So this last time I'm like, I'm going to stand up so he gets some major height. So I stand up and I'm walking over to the couch to put him down on the couch, and bam! I discovered the couch wasn't where I left it. It had moved, and I could actually feel my toenail like get caught up in some of the strings of the fabric of the bottom of the couch and rip it up. And I've been in agonizing pain for a very long time dealing with the toe situation. And to give you another view of it, bam, there it is up close and personal. It's not as dead now. Like, it doesn't look as zombified now. It's more of a white with like a hole in it where they drain the blood, and it's still a little sore. So messed up my toe. So not only are my toes causing issues, but I'm having issues with my ass, which I'll get to in a second. But first, did you guys? Everybody saw the Northern Lights, I hope, or assume. I hope you guys got to see some of the Northern Lights. I don't know, for the first time ever or for the first time in a long time, the Northern Lights were visible from the Metro Detroit area. I know they were visible while I was live streaming on a Fuck Shit Up Friday. My wife came in, interrupted the stream to tell me about it. And I went out and took a look. Great pictures. Courtney, Quadruple Four, had some great pictures posted on the Discord. And here's a picture my wife took. So this is like right outside in our front yard. Like, that's incredible. Be able to see that. But now I'm starting to wonder, did the eclipse really throw us into some kind of a weird multiverse? You know, there's theories that now we're in some sort of other dimension. We're getting more Mandela effects, which Chick-fil-A is one, which really weirds me out. I saw that today. There's a K in Chick-fil-A when there used to not be a K in Chick-fil-A. But anyways, so I am under the beliefs that we are in some kind of a strange new multiverse. Like, I think the universe has shifted. And I'm basing that solely on my ass. Because right now, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I am in some sort of a crazy toilet paper multiverse that I cannot wipe my ass without my fucking fingers going straight through the fucking toilet paper and poking me in the butthole. I figured my butthole more this last month than I have my entire life. So, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if there's humidity in the house. I've never had this issue since living in this home. We switched to like the Charmin with the easy tear. This is when it first started, like a while back. I believe I talked about it back at my old job on the show. I believe I talked about having issues with the toilet paper ripping. I never got into the fact that I keep sticking my fingers through the toilet paper and poking myself in the butthole. But this is what keeps happening. And the only thing I can explain is that I've been wiping my ass for over, what? Maybe you learn to wipe your ass when you're 2 or 3. And I'm going to be 42 this year, so I would say a good 38 years. We'll say 38 years I've been wiping my ass. Never had an issue. Now, suddenly, I cannot wipe my ass. We changed toilet paper brands, and I can't wipe my ass. I'll learn, I'll learn the correct amount of squares and the proper folding and the proper hand placement to be able to wipe my ass, and then I'm good. But I have to, reteach myself every time we change brands. And I can't explain. I don't understand. There's got to be some sort of new toilet paper. It's got to be a new universe. We jumped universes during the eclipse. We got Northern Lights coming into the Metro Detroit. We have, toilet paper. I can't wipe my ass without fingering my butthole. I'm going through tons of soap. I got to keep I'm washing my hands after I wipe my butt anyways, but I'm doing a little extra scrubbing, making sure there's no poo-poo underneath my fingernails, that type of stuff. So it's been a real pain in the ass. Almost breaking my toe, destroying my toenail, almost ripping it off. It hasn't fallen off yet. I can't wipe my ass. I got a little bit of poison ivy going here and there. I'm learning how to keep that under control without having to go get a shot in the butt. And to top it off, we get back from the Sugar Momma work trip, and I find out that I am the neighborhood code enforcement bad boy. I have become the Southfield neighborhood code enforcement bad boy because my weeds and my grass was too long. And I only talk about this. I get it. Everybody's grass and weeds get long, okay? And it's the beginning of May when what happened. We had a lot of rain. It was very wet, very rainy. So the grass was long, okay? The grass was tall. 100%, I will not deny that. My grass needed to be cut. Did I try to cut the grass? Yes, but I could not because my property was too wet. And I don't want my rotting lawnmower to fall into the mud and get stuck. It's happened before. I learned my lesson the first time. Okay, I don't want to have to ask my wife to get her car and pull the lawnmower out of the mud. So I want to show you this letter though, because they wrote a letter, and the city of Southfield does not fuck around apparently, because instead of saying, hey you, cut your grass or you're gonna get a ticket, they're like, hey you, cut your grass or we'll take your fucking house. We'll put a lien on your fucking property because your weeds are 12 inches tall. And I'm just like, holy shit, dude. Like, can we calm down? Like, can we please calm the fuck down? You're going to put a lien on the home. Let's see if I can zoom in here. You can see. The violation has not been abated. The city of Southfield will send a contractor to abate the violation and place a lien on the property. Like, calm the fuck down, Southfield. You know? It's like Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny. And then I just started firing away. You know, like, what the fuck, dude? No, that's the city, not an HOA. It's this city threatening to put a lien on the house. So, like, maybe get an explanation, okay? So, I tried to cut the grass before we went to Florida, but I couldn't. It was too wet. When it was finally dry enough to cut the grass, the lawnmower wasn't working. I had to get the lawnmower repaired, okay? Currently, unemployed, okay? I'm staying at home. I'm watching my son. I can't just fucking spend hours in the garage troubleshooting the lawnmower. I have to wait until there's somebody here to watch the kid and get the situation remedied, okay? Well, guess what? The situation got remedied. I fixed the fucking lawnmower and I cut the grass. And what happened? The exact fucking thing I didn't want to happen happens. And look at this. Yes, that's my lawnmower stuck in the fucking mud. The mud that I didn't want to get stuck in, so I didn't cut the grass until the shit dried, but I got threatened to get a lien put on my home, so I had to get out there and get stuck. So what did I do? Did I call my wife to come pull me out? No. I did what any sensible husband would do. I got my fucking car, and I got my car to go get the lawnmower out of the mud, and then what happened? Bam! Yeah. Now I'm stuck in the mud too. So what do I have to do? Fucking call a AAA. Then I have to have some guy come out and fucking tow my ass out. Well, I was in the mud because I was cutting the grass. And the grass just happened to be very, very soft. And not only did I get the lawnmower stuck, I got my car stuck. And then now you can see that's what the backyard looks like. That's what my fucking backyard looks like now. So thank you. Yeah, a Jeep got stuck in the mud. Yeah, a Jeep. Well, it was a Renegade. You know, it's not a Wrangler. It's a Renegade. And I've learned the Renegades are frowned upon the Jeep community. They're not as cool as a Wrangler. Okay, they're frowned upon in the Jeep community. So that is why I am the neighborhood code enforcement bad boy this month. That's what's going on in my life this past month, this past 30 days or so. Those are my monthly mishaps. That's what's happened. I've fucked up my foot. I've gotten the lawnmower stuck. I can't wipe my ass. Why don't we talk about some of my other problems? Some of my problems being a daddy. Here we go. Yes. What the fatherhood? This is the portion of the show where I complain to you and I contemplate what was the point of carrying a hard-boiled egg around school for a week. How is that going to prepare me for the vast, disgusting smell of a baby diaper pail? I don't get it. They didn't teach me, they didn't prepare me for any of this stuff back in the day. They didn't teach you how to be a dad. So it's kind of fucked up. But real quick, before we get started here, I've been spending some time with my son, and he thinks he knows fashion. He thinks he knows fashion better than me. So he keeps trying to take my shit and trying to wear it, like my Pit Viper sunglasses. So he thinks he wears the Pit Viper sunglasses better than Dada does. I don't think he does. So I want to know. I'm going to start a poll here on Twitch. Who wore it better, me or Holden? Just give me a second to get it activated here. All right. Current poll is running. I want to know who you think wore the Pit Vipers best, me or my son Holden. I think I look fucking sweet. I look like a fucking badass. He looks pretty cool, but, you know, he's a little kid, man. He's a kid. Of course he's going to look cute. He's a little kid, see? Look, you know, how are you not going to look cute? But if you think I look better in the Pit Vipers than he does, you need to know. You need to let us know in the poll, okay? So let's get rid of the who wore best pictures here, and then let's get into things. So, still going through a lot of firsts. Holden is 20 months. He'll be 2 in September, towards the end of September. And so we're doing a lot of firsts. And one of those firsts that we've been dealing with is he's got to deal with Dada going poo-poo when there's nobody else home. He's got to sit in the bathroom. So if this is my son, I am on the toilet right now, dropping a major deuce. And I feel bad. I feel like this is going to like really affect my kid when he's older. But I don't really know what else to do. And I think the smell is so bad, he's trying to cover himself with the shower curtain. So that's real bad. Real bad. So I feel bad for him there. But what can he do? Another first we're discovering, talking about like the rain and stuff. He's never been outside. He's never experienced puddles. And then he did experience a puddle. Yes, that is him stomping around in the puddle right there.
Don't drop Teddy.
You know, thankfully he did not drop his teddy. But what he discovered while playing in the puddle is that
Don't
puddle
drop
water
Teddy.
is very good for styling your hair. Because seconds after this video was taken, this baby appeared. Yeah. He's got more hair in his head than I do. He doesn't know how to style it. That's somebody else who could wear better. Their hair. I wear my hair way better than he does. That's for sure. I wear my hair way better than he does. That is for damn sure. The hair that I have, at least. Another first. My wife's going to love this one. We had our first Taco Bell french fries. Bam! There he is. Starting him off right. Eating those Taco Bell fries. He woofed those fries down quicker than I could eat a cheesy gordita crunch. I was impressed and also a little disturbed and worried. I've never seen him eat food that quickly and demand it that much. So he knows this is the sign he uses for more. So I gave him the fry. He took a bite and was instantly more. He wouldn't eat anything else for lunch that day other than those fries. So we're starting him out right. Taco Bell fries. There he is. Look at him just eating those french fries. Wait till you discover this delicious taste of a cheesy gordita crunch, sir. Wait till you discover those. So keeping in line with eating. So I think I've talked in the past. My son likes very non-traditional ways of eating food. One of those non-traditional ways involve a tong. You know, like the tongs you'd use on the grill for hot dogs. I don't know why, but you know, if he's fussy, he's kind of being a pain in the ass. He wants like big wooden spoons. He wants cooking utensils. He sees Dada at the stove cooking. He wants some of that stuff. One of those things he wants is the tongs, so I'll give him the tongs. But now it's turned into this situation where I have to feed him with the tongs. If you don't believe me, watch this. Yeah. Oh, whoops. That was my first time feeding a child with a hot dog tong. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Tong it up. So I don't know what other instruments he could ever want to use to eat, but I mean, he's pretty good with the fork. But the tongs, man, that like he ate the banana off the tongs after he was playing with the tongs for a very, very, very long time. And now if I need some of these dads that have been a dad for a while. I need to know what the rules are in terms of child labor at the house, because I might be in a violation. My wife's saying, like, right now at his age, he can't tell the difference between a chore and fun. So he thinks chores are fun, right? Okay. I'm taking advantage of that. I'll tell you that right now. I'm taking advantage of the fact that he thinks chores are fun, because check this out. I got him pushing barrels around. I got him pushing lawnmowers around. I got him loading the fridge. I forgot to upload the video of him loading the fridge for me. There he goes. Yeah. Making him work. Push that wheelbarrow around full of all those leaves and branches. This kid's strong, too. He's not even 24 months. And look at this.
Look at you up early with the chores.
He's pushing that wheelbarrow around. He got his ass up early that day. He's like, I'm going to help, Dada. I was like, cool. I'll take the help. So, sounds like child labor laws may not apply if it's your own child. Very nice. I like that. I like the sounds of that. Because the one thing I really got to prep him for is Michigan winters. Michigan winters suck. There's always so much fucking snow, and there's a lot to do. So I got to get him started on snow shoveling. So there he goes. I got him enrolled in snow shoveling training. So there he is, just pushing the snow shovel around, getting ready, building up those muscles for all the snow removal he's going to be doing in the winter. There you go, see? Yeah. It's never too early to start your kids training for shoveling snow in the state of Michigan. Don't you forget it. Yeah.
Pushing the shovel?
Good job, Holden.
Yeah, you pushing the shovel?
Got to get him used to pushing the shovel, you know? That way he'll be ready for when the shovel is loaded with snow. Then he'll be definitely ready. So, looks like the poll is done and complete. Let me see. Am I the man that wore those pit vipers best, or was it my son Holden? Give you one more look there. Here's my son right here. If you thought that was me, you might need to get your head checked. And then here I am right here, wearing the pit vipers. Yeah, looking cute. And what do we got here? Okay. Well, thank you to the 9 people that voted. And thank you to the one honest person who voted for me. Holden takes it 89% with 8 votes. And I lose with 1 vote. Let me see. Oh, and it keeps you guys anonymous, so I can't even see who it was that voted for me. All right, well, back to the drawing board. I thought I was going to at least look cooler with the pit vipers. I don't know, man. You sure? You sure? You still wore it better than me? Sure, you still wore it better? Okay, well, that's it for me griping and complaining about my kid. But the one thing I do like to point out, if I can find them and when they show up, is some of the really like WTF kids videos that are available on YouTube right now. So my wife somehow has this magical ability of finding the weirdest fucking shit to put on while we're giving him a bath. But we don't want to waste the good stuff, you know. We don't want to waste Miss Rachel. We don't want to waste, the Coco Melon animal dance. We have to save those for important times when the child is being a pain in the butt, so to speak. So she'll put on whatever just to keep him distracted, to get the bath set up and get him in the bathtub. Well, she's discovered some weird ass video. It's like a series of videos that's definitely not legitimately. Like, I don't know how they're able to stay on YouTube, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that they're even still on YouTube. Why isn't it showing up? Okay, there we go. Now we got it. So it's essentially Paw Patrol, but the Paw Patrol characters are going through like a Wipeout or like an MXZ type obstacle course. And then they just have random kid songs, bootleg Mario, Nintendo sound effects. It's some of the craziest shit you've ever seen. And they also have like a live channel, so you can watch it like whenever. So I queued this up earlier today. One of the Paw Patrol's guys going through, see, stunts. Sometimes they get hit by the spike, sometimes they don't. This is what your kids could be watching. I mean, I'm not super offended by it, but it's like, what the fuck, man? See, there you go. There's a bootleg Mario sound. Just got eaten by a shark. Here we go. Another round. Oh, he dodged that one.
Let's go! Go, go, go!
Oh, flattened. Wah, wah. Oh, there's another Mario sound effect. We'll only watch a couple more of these, but it's like, if you're not paying attention as a parent, like you're farting around on your phone or you're cooking dinner or whatever, and this is on, like you would make a glance over and you'd see, oh, okay, it's some sort of Paw Patrol thing. But then when you sit and watch, you're like, what the hell is this? Like, to me, this is crazier than the one I played last episode.
Okay.
Oh. See, like, what the hell is even happening right now? She has the force field, so she's protected. She won't get smashed. Why does the neck grow?
No. Wow.
Oh, and she gets a present. I've never seen any of them finish the course. Did she win a prize? Oh, a stick of dynamite. Perfect. Okay, this is like something I'm not gonna lie. This is something like I would probably make.
Oops.
So anyway, like, what the fuck, dude? And the fact that this is on YouTube, it's getting tons of views. It's probably monetized. It's a complete direct ripoff of Paw Patrol and using a bunch of entities. But here's the thing. If I post a video with me holding a butt plug in it, it gets flagged and taken down. I don't know. I don't understand how some of these platforms work in terms of content and stuff. So, and now we're going to get into some embarrassing stuff. We're going to talk embarrassment, Man-Thong Mafia. If you want to join us, if you want to join in on the conversation, you'll also be able to join in with the chat. It'll show up on the screen once I click a few buttons. But we're going to talk embarrassment. We're going to talk embarrassing reality TV. But that's not why I'm embarrassed. That's just what's going to get us into the topic. Because right now it's time for this. All right, there we go. Community conversation. So I want to get you guys involved. Please pop into the Discord, discord.me/WHOtheFisJC. I'm going to try my best to get to everybody who pops in to the chat. But if you want to pop into there's like a live stream voice chat. And below that, there's a screening channel. So if you have an embarrassing story you would like to share with the community, please join that screening channel. And when I do see you in there, I'll drag you in to the live show and we will talk and you can tell your story and we will go from there. But to get us into this, I'm talking like super embarrassing. I'm talking like your turd on TV embarrassing, which is exactly what happened. My wife has got me glued to these 90 Day Fiance reality TV shows. So it's like crack. It's like TV crack. I don't know any other way to describe it or explain it other than TV crack, because I want to hate it. I want to hate everything about it. I don't want to watch it. Yet, I sit glued to the screen. And in one of those episodes, there's actually a guy from the Canton area who I believe is married to a woman from Panama. And she was just coming over to the United States to live with him in Michigan. And they're filming him kind of giving her a tour of the house. And he left a little something in the bathroom for her to see, and the entire world saw as well. So check this out.
Let's have a look at the bathroom. I want you to see. Wow, don't look at that.
No, don't look at that.
What do you think?
And he tries to play it off like nothing.
Unbelievable. Do you know that I was coming. You took a and you didn't flush.
Are you saying there was poo?
Yes.
No. Poo in the toilet?
What's wrong with you? The log, because it was very, very big, it was like just like there, floating.
So bonus points for the excellent depiction that the woman portrayed of the turd going down the toilet. So if the video sounds like there's an echo, that's probably my bad. I'll have to work on that. But yeah, so jeez, how embarrassing. And now I've lived in a scenario where I had a roommate that would do this. He claimed he wouldn't do it on purpose, but back in my apartment, and this isn't my embarrassing story. I'll have more of an embarrassing story in a moment, but I've lived through this and it sucks. Okay. I've lived through it and it sucks. And I've done it before too. And that is embarrassing. I've left poop in the toilet for my wife to find before we were married. We were just boyfriend, girlfriend living in her house. And then I got up in the morning, get ready for work. And I guess I pooped and I didn't flush. Which I don't know. I feel like I've never done that before, but I guess it happens. But I had a roommate that would keep doing it until I threatened to raise his rent. And then he finally stopped. But like for me, like super embarrassing, poop in your pants, man. I pooped my pants. I pooped my pants like, and still had to walk like a half of a mile to get home. Like it was on Halloween. So thankfully it was on Halloween, but I'm dressed as a grandma. So what happened was, my close friends in the neighborhood, they're all 2 years younger than me. So, like one of my best friends growing up, he lived across the street from me. His name's Kyle. and pretty much we were inseparable. We'd always hang out, like we were like bros, you know. So we would go trick or treating together. We would always hang out, like it was always me and him. And one year he was really sick, so he wasn't going trick or treating, and so I went with some of the acquaintances. I say acquaintances because I found out later in life that they weren't really a friend. Like they were saying shit about me and stuff behind my back. So I went out with that group of friends, and that group of friends wanted to go in a different subdivision, which was across like the main road, which being in like 8th, 9th grade, I think it might have been 9th grade. Some parents were cool with, some parents weren't. My parents were kind of okay with it, but only to a certain extent. Well, they wanted to go even farther beyond that to get to the 7-Eleven where you could get the free Slurpees on Halloween night. And I'm like, I can't. Because people are always like, well, you're a pussy. Your parents aren't going to find out. For whatever reason, when I was growing up, my parents fucking find out about everything. Or somehow they would catch me in the middle of doing shit. Like, it's wild. So I learned my lesson. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking blow it this time. I'm going to go. Plus, I knew I had that turd on deck, you know? So I'm like, I got to get out of here because I'm going to shit myself if I don't. Well, lo and behold, it hit me like halfway home. If I don't, I got to shit right now. And I literally pooped and walked and had to mud butt my ass all the way back home with a giant pillowcase full of candy, dressed as a grandma in a nightgown with a wig and glasses on. And then, like, I know people couldn't see me, but inside I felt incredibly embarrassed. So if you have a story similar to that, it doesn't have to be poop related either. You know, it doesn't have to be poop related. And it just so happened the clip was poop related. My story is poop related. I don't have any like stories where I like walked out and my penis was exposed or anything, you know. The only other thing that would be embarrassing that I would have done would be like saying something really bad in front of somebody, you know. And I can't really think of anything off the top of my head in regards to that. But we're going to get to some of you guys in the Man-Thong Mafia. We got Odd Man Out. We're going to bring him into the stream here. But tell us, so what's the embarrassing thing that you had to deal with?
Not super embarrassing, but more so from one of my buddies that he thought he was playing a joke on me. 2007, the Detroit Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay.
We got to do the Star Wars group, the Great Lakes Garrison.
Oh, okay, the Great Lakes Garrison. I was going to say the 501st or whatever.
Yeah, 501st Great Lakes Garrison. We got to do the parade, and they wanted us there at 4:30, and we didn't march until, I want to say, damn near 12 o'clock.
Ooh.
And so no one would have to, like, have armor parts fall off when we were walking. Everybody used Gorilla Tape and duct taped yourselves inside the armor.
Okay.
And then after a few hours standing in the cold and snow, you got to pee.
Oh, yeah.
And so everybody's trying to figure out how to pee. I'm dying. I see the Port-a-Potty. It's over there next to like the parade and shit. So I go over there. I end up having to like kink my stuff around the cod piece on the stormtrooper costume.
Ooh. And
ended up kind of like pissing up my stomach.
Ooh. And then you had to march in the parade?
Yeah, so I didn't get much, too bad on it, but so I walked out. I said, "Fuck this, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I'll just like die or something." And meanwhile, my buddy Sean, who was our Darth Vader, he thought I was still in there, so he goes up to the Port-a-Potty, starts shaking it, pounding it, and like kicking it and stuff like he's gonna rock it and tip it over. And he's like 6'8" and he's wearing his Vader costume, and he's screaming at me in there, and I'm not in there. And then I go, "Hey, Sean, who are you talking to?" And he looks at me, and this 90-year-old man walks out of the Port-a-Potty with shit down his leg.
Oh, no! Oh, that sucks! I mean, it sucks for that old guy, and it sucks for your buddy Sean, but oh my God, that's too funny. He should have just blamed it on the Force, I guess, right?
Yeah, he had a look on his face like he was still like in Vietnam in a trench or something.
Oh my God! And so the old guy, do you know who the old guy was there with?
No, he was just a random old guy.
Just like a random dude that was just there for the parade.
Yeah, he may have been. His wife may have been like one of those red hat ladies.
Okay, I got
that like walking around or some shit like in those purple jackets and those big ass red hats.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean. It's been a while since I've seen the parade, but I think I recall the encounter with the red hat ladies in my days in radio. So, but,
yeah. So even though I wasn't very successful peeing for my whole time in the 501st, I was the pooper trooper.
The pooper trooper. Trooper pooper. Welcome. All right, pooper trooper. We're going to let you go. Thanks for the story, man. We'll talk to you later.
Later. Bye.
All right. Odd Man Out, the pooper trooper. And we got to keep that in mind. Next time Odd Man Out's acting up, we got to refer to him as the pooper trooper. Okay, we'll bring Tobinator in. Tobinator's probably been up to some naughty business with the way that man indulges in the cannabis. I'm sure he's gotten himself into some embarrassing situations. Tobinator, what's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. So what's your embarrassing story?
Okay, so my embarrassing story is the fact that my first dad sent me on a 10-mile walk. And yeah.
You walked for 10 miles?
That, yes.
What the hell did you walk to for 10 miles? How old were you?
Just around. I was 23.
What did you send you on a treasure hunt? They give you a map?
Nope, just me and a buddy tried dabs for the first time, and we were like, "Hey, let's go for a walk."
Okay.
And just kept walking. Yeah.
I thought you said your dad sent you on the walk.
What's that?
I thought you said, you was your first dab. I thought you said your first dad.
Yeah. No, my first dab.
Oh, no, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, why in the world would his first dad? And then I'm like, he's got a second dad? So maybe he's like a stepdad situation? Okay, that makes much more sense. So you literally walked 10 miles after doing your first dab?
Yes.
My God, man.
The second time I tried smoking carts, I was in front of in front of the police station.
So wait,
I won't say which
you started ripping doing vape rips? Ripping like a weed vape in front of the police station?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not embarrassing. Yeah. Tobinator, I'm sorry. That's not embarrassing. That's just not smart.
Oh, wait. So it started off like that, and I was told, hey, meet us here. You're going to be disinfecting the police station. I didn't realize that I was supposed to be, doing this stuff because...
You're supposed to be disinfecting the police station? What are you, a Clorox wipe?
No, I was an HVAC cleaner.
Oh, this is when you worked for the HVAC company. Okay. So you were just out there getting high when you're supposed to be inside the police station working?
Well, I didn't realize that I was even supposed to be at the station because the boss had told me I wasn't supposed to be there at first. And then I got a call as I was already chiefing on this pen, went to the station, chiefing on the pen nervous.
Oh, my Lord.
And... yeah, I went in so stoned, and I was the one handed the car keys.
That sounds... maybe that's a confession maybe we shouldn't have made on the stream here, Tobinator. That sounds like it could have been...
I won't say which one.
What's that? Oh, I know you're not going to tell me which one, but you're just talking about how you were driving after you were, high as balls.
Oh, no.
Tobinator.
No, I wasn't driving.
We're getting Tobinator out of here before he hurts himself more. Okay. Now... the thoughts and the views expressed were Tobinators and Tobinators only. Here on the WHOtheFisJC TV program, we do not condone driving while under the influence of marijuana or any other substance. That's just for legal reasons. Yeah, I'm going to need a Twitch lawyer real quick with that confession, Tobinator. Woo! Man, I hope Tobinator was able to actually clean out some of those HVAC systems he was cleaning out. Wow. Anybody else have any other embarrassing stories you guys want to share on the air? Anybody, you feel free to type the story in text. I think I saw somebody else was in that. Oh, Perplexed. I'm going to say Perplexed was in and out, I think, a couple times. It looks like he's back. Let me see if Perplexed is there. Perplexed. Are you there?
Check. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? You? Kung Fu Kid, how are you, man?
Yes. So I just thought of one. This is back in the early 20-something years ago, okay? Do you remember all the little Starbucks pop-ups in all the grocery stores?
Oh, yeah. Like every store had one. Like every single Kroger. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Meijer.
So a group of friends were like, oh, this girl, my buddy's girlfriend got a job at one of those. And she was like, this chick thinks you're cute. And this is 20 years ago. And I was like, oh, really? So we went there. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm gonna buy an expensive cup of coffee. I was like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey. And there was a bunch of girls in the stand and everyone's talking. I was like, oh yeah, she digs me, she digs me. So we're going through like the motions. I go back the next week and then there's like Halloween's coming up. Hey, I invited those girls out from the Starbucks and we're all going on this haunted ride. I was like, all right, I'm there.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in. So I start talking to the one girl that I think it is. Now you're getting the, I'm like, hey, I'm like, oh, hey, are you scared? This, that. And she's like looking at me going, huh? What? I was like, oh, well, if you're scared, like you're gonna, and she's like, what are you talking? So we're on the haunted hayride.
So you're like making a move on a chick that's not the chick that's into you.
So the other chick's looking at me like, well, why doesn't he say anything to me? And I'm looking like, oh, and my friends are looking at me like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, hey. And yeah, exactly.
Were you doing dabs with Tobinator before the haunted hayride?
No. It was the raw girl from the wrong thing.
Oh my
God.
God.
The whole haunted hayride.
Dude, you probably just dodged some sort of like harassment charge there.
Yep. I was like, and I'm out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're like, I'm just a spooky perplexed entity.
Yep. So
hey, Ray, real quick, because
Yeah.
somebody in the chat said I should ask you about your GILF.
Let me guess who did. Kia, the GILF is amazing, and she's so not a GILF.
Awesome. Well, I assume that was something that was inside between you two, and we're gonna leave it at that. So okay,
Yep.
I'm glad it didn't cause problems. Perplexed, thanks
No,
for your
it's all
story.
good.
We'll talk to you later, Perplexed.
Later.
Now, Perplexed will kick your ass too. Whoever's starting that rumor about the GILF, he'll kick your ass, man. He knows some sort of martial arts. I've seen him online. He keeps getting promoted too. I think Perplexed and Jay Gonz's kids are gonna take over the world. They're gonna be like the Michigan's Avengers, man. Not the Great Lakes Avengers, because that's a whole different comic book. And if you don't believe me, check it out, because there's somebody in the Great Lakes Avengers called Squirrel Girl. So, but hey, man, thanks to everybody for their embarrassing stories. Fun to laugh at yourself every once in a while. I think this has been much more better than talking about Nickelodeon diddling kids, right? So we'll have more community conversations every Who the F is JC TV. So if there's ever anything you would like to talk about, or let me know that you think would be a great topic of discussion, please let me know on the Discord, discord.me/whothefisjc. But we're moving right along. We're coming up to the last segment of the Who the F is JC TV episode, and that one is going to be called Fun Ways to Die. There we go. Much better. So, fun ways to die. So, scrolling through the internet, scrolling through online, I come across some crazy shit, right? And I think everybody does. Everybody comes across some crazy shit. And these two things that I've come across, I'm like, oh, well, that'd be a fun way to die. Wow. Golly gee. And they both involve flying, and they both involve flying crafts piloted by non-trained pilots. So, is that the killer in the thumbnail? No, I don't know who's in the thumbnail. It's just AI. AI created that, and I added the graphic, and I put some effects on it, and thank you, artificial intelligence. Who the F is JTV? Who the F is JC TV would not exist without your assistance. So keep that in mind every time somebody tries telling you AI is bad. So, fun ways to die. Number one. You guys are all probably very familiar with Mario Kart. What if Mario Kart took to the sky and you raced in your own flying race pod? Because that, to me, would be a crazy way to die. And why? There we go. I don't know why all the internet browsers are getting fucky on me. So you can see here, this is called Formula One Racing. Powerful Formula One electric racing car for the sky is what this is being referred to as. Oh, good. If I adjust this, it messes with your guys' screen too. So here we go. We're going to play this. Refresh the page. There we go. So look at this shit. Just a regular person with a flying go-kart. This is essentially what this is. I don't know how old this video is, because obviously it's around Christmas time when they recorded it, because they're doing Santa impressions. But who would actually fucking fly in this? I wouldn't trust myself to fly. Like, is there some sort of a training course? You have to get a pilot's license? You're just driving. Like, I know how bad I am at piloting, a drone. And now I'm going to pilot a drone that I'm actually flying in? Like, how long does it have to charge? It's electric? Who thought this was a good idea? That was the other name for the topic. Was who thought that was a good idea? But I thought, fun ways to die would be better. Oh, good. I didn't realize they're going to go straight into the next video. So that's one fun way to die. Some of you guys think that seems just safe enough. I don't know, man. I would not fly in that. I would not drive that. I'm staying to the ground. Trust me. I want to live like the Jetsons, like everybody else. But I can't. I'm not driving a fucking flying car. Okay? I can't even fucking go on an airplane that's being piloted, being flown by a fucking pilot. So, and not have to take Xanax. So there's not a chance in hell I'm getting in a giant fucking drone and trying to fly around. So if you thought that flight looked scary, wait until you see this flight. Which, let me fix, because it's not working again. Bam. So this is more like a flying coffin. Check this shit out.
These aren't science fiction, they're a reality in the making.
Let me sit in my porta-potty that flies!
Or electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles are set to revolutionize city travel. Imagine soaring over traffic, directly to your destination. FlyNow's urban air mobility vehicles have a max takeoff weight of 360 kilograms and can carry one person including luggage. With a flight time of 30 minutes and a top speed of 130 kilometers per hour, they cover a range of about 50 kilometers. At an altitude of 150 meters, they produce less than 55 decibels, quieter than most city sounds. And they emit zero CO2, leading the way in environmental efficiency. These vehicles aren't just for quick city hops. They're versatile, ideal for various needs, from reaching remote locations to bypassing natural barriers like rivers and lakes.
Okay.
These aren't science fiction. They're a reality in the making.
Nuts. Like, look at this thing. It's a porta-potty. It's a fucking porta-potty with a helicopter top. I don't even know if you're the pilot. Is it automated? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is nuts. No, thank you. That looks like a real fun way to die. You're going to plummet to your death. I don't know. Did it say how high it can go? Thousands of feet in the air. You're going to plummet to your death in a porta-potty. So that, to me, is crazy. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of these things, only the extreme rich will ever be able to afford these. But that is a point, Jay Gons. If you could take a shit in there, that is a game changer. Now, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't fly myself to work in a porta potty. I mean, I would love the experience to drop a deuce from like 1,000 feet, in a porta potty, but there's not a chance. I'm sorry, you wouldn't be able to get me in that. No way. Like, I'm gonna shit my pants, whether it's a porta potty or not a porta potty. I'm gonna shit my pants if I go in there and it flies. But I just cannot imagine flying around in a fucking porta potty, going to work or whatever. Like, that's nuts. So there's a couple of really fun ways to die for you if you're looking for a exciting way to exit this world. So looks like a lot of you guys will be shitting bricks doing the same thing with that. But that's it. That's the end of this episode of Who the F is JC TV. Episode number 3 is in the books. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm adding to this. So if you've seen this and you enjoy it, please give me feedback. I want to know what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Am I talking too much about my kids? Am I talking too much about myself? Let me know. Next week, I'm planning, not next week, next episode, which will be the final Friday of June. It's going to like 2 or 3 weeks away. I'm going to add a snacking segment. So we'll have a Snackaholics Anonymous segment added into there. We'll cut some stuff out of the kids and the monthly update. And we'll come up with another conversation topic to talk about. Anybody who wants to get involved, if you'd like to be involved, if you want to help out in any way, shape, or form on the Who the F is JC TV, please let me know on the Discord. Trust me, I got plenty of clips, audio things that I need to get loaded and pulled. And if you got some spare time and you want to lend a hand, please let me know. But that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you on the next Final Friday for the next episode of Who the F is JC TV.